That's good warm-up. Good warm-up.
What up, everybody? It's your girl Melissa, coming to you live, KUHS. I got the Horsemen in the house today. Woo woo! And sounds by Sanchez. And we're gonna have another guest coming with us shortly. So how are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Good.
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.
And the weather is warming up a little there.
Gonna
In
be
the
beautiful
afternoon.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Good morning.
So then everybody's out running, doing okay.
Yeah.
So how you guys been? What's going on?
Rich?
Busy,
Not much,
busy.
just busy, just doing the Broncos stuff, doing stuff in the community, and just a whole lot of planning. Getting ready for the holidays too. So
Yes, the holiday
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
busy time.
So
Can't
for
wait for
our
that.
viewers, maybe some might not know who you are. Let them know who the Horsemen are.
So the Horsemen, we're just a tailgating group from the Denver Broncos. My dad was an original season ticket holder in 1960 with the Broncos. Original South Stander, so like the crazy people.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So I grew up in the South Stand, so he started taking me when I was 3, and ever since I was 5 years old, I've been nonstop going to the games and just doing what we do. And my dad passed away in 2010, so I kind of picked it up and took it to another notch. And now we have DJs at the games. We have a tailgating bus. We're sponsored by Bud Light, so just a lot of fun things that we do at the tailgate, and then make sure people are loud for the game, and then getting into the community stuff. So on the non-Bronco stuff. So
Best tailgate in Denver.
yeah.
That's right.
Best tailgating. If you guys have not been out there, let me tell you, these guys have ice sculptures. They got the works. Every time I show up, I'm like, all right, I'm home.
Yeah.
And these guys are awesome. They do so much for the community, for just everyone out there, for the Bronco community. Get out there. They have these passes that you can get, I believe, right?
Yep.
Still. If you haven't been, you can go eat with them, get drinks with them. They're these little cards, they're membership cards. Trust me, you want to be a member. I'm a member, kind of.
Yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
I kind of initiated myself into the membership.
That's how it works. Members become family, so that's how it
Yes,
works.
these guys are definitely like family. My Bronco fans out there, have you guys been out there? What's going on in Bronco land? Let us know. I mean, I see tons of people out there, all the games out there on the bottom. What kind of atmosphere do you guys see when, obviously you got all the whole Bronco community out there, but when the different walks of life that come and you meet, how long do you guys stay in touch with them? All the time, or how does that work?
So pretty much when they come up, once we meet them, they're pretty much family. You know what I mean? We keep good, positive people around us. So with that, we get people that are out of state and they just want to come to a Bronco game, and they look us up, on Facebook, and then reach out to us, and pretty soon they're tailgating with us. Because we have some of our horsemen that they travel to home games, and they take care of our people that go out there. So when that happens, we make sure we spread the love, and that's how my dad always did when he did tailgates. Everybody's welcome. As long as you follow the rules, you're good people, and you're more than welcome no matter what team you cheer for. It's home base there. It's a safe environment for everyone to come through. So, but once we meet them, like I said, they become pretty much family to us, and then when they come back, they always reach out and they always show up. So, we do got a pretty good spot at the stadium. So
We actually met Rich through DJing the tailgates.
yeah.
And then we became best friends, started doing a lot of community work together. But it really did all get started at that tailgate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everything starts at the tailgate.
Yeah.
I know I met all y'all at the tailgate,
Yeah.
and you guys have been family ever since. And when I say family, guys, I mean it, because these guys, I could show up a year later, and it's here we are again, family. They're just an amazing group of people. If you have not met them, get out this Sunday to the game. We're here.
It's away.
Correct?
Tell 'em
No,
where's the
next
The
week.
first,
Okay.
yeah.
Tell them where the tailgate's at.
Yep. So we're in Lot C, right by the South Stands. We're actually the first spot, right by the horse fountain. So we're right there by where the Broncos park. The buses got to drive by us before they get into the stadium, so we get to say hi to the visiting team
Yep.
before they get there. There we go.
Yeah, say hi.
Yeah.
They do the nice hi.
The nice
Yeah.
hi.
Hey.
Yeah.
They greet them.
We have good meet and greets.
Yeah.
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 So, let me know. Sounds by Sanchez, right?
Sounds
How
by
did they
Sanchez.
get involved with the Horsemen? How did
You
you
know,
guys link up?
we met through a friend of ours that's a horseman, Jeff. I've been friends with him since we were young men. And then another horseman, Justin, had invited us up into Glenwood for a graduation party. It was his daughter-in-law, or stepdaughter. And so we went up there and did that, and we just had a blast up there. They rented this nice little hotel, and it was just exclusive for us, and we had a blast. And
Great
came
time.
back down, and he's like, you know, we want you guys to start doing these tailgates. So we went down, met Rich, and we had a blast.
History.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah. It was through that Super Bowl run.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl run, yeah. I was sitting right next to this guy
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
whole season.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 50,
Yeah,
baby.
so
Yeah.
it's been awesome.
And so, Sound by Sanchez. Tell us
Yes.
a little bit about that.
Sounds by Sanchez. It's a company that me and my son do together. We also have my other son that's involved, and but it's been going for a long time. Joseph, I'll let you talk a little bit.
Yeah. We started in '04. My pops was DJing bars for a while. I wasn't quite old enough yet, but the last bar, Club
Maybe,
Corner, we
maybe.
played there for what, 3 years?
3 years,
Club,
yeah.
44th and
Yeah.
Pierce, and now we just strictly do weddings and graduations, private events.
Yeah.
He's lying. He does anything.
We
They
do
party.
anything.
They rock any party.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Albert Quintana, I just want to do a little shout out. Thank you. Q Nation is watching with us. Thank you to our viewers for tuning in. If you guys have just popped in, we are here with the Horsemen today, and Sounds by Sanchez, and we got some amazing things going on. There's an event actually coming up. This is something that I know I got involved with you guys with a while back, and they do this event annually where they go out and feed the homeless. And let me tell you guys, this group pulls people together. I mean, from the first time everybody's just so willing, and not that people aren't willing to donate, but you just say it, they just say the word, and this community of like the Horsemen and family, they just all come together, rally, and it's so amazing to see what they do. And you know, I was out there, I got to experience it with them and go out and feed the homeless, and just what you guys do for the community. I know a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes. You know, we see the tailgate, we see the DJ, we see the tattooing with Toppy will be coming later, but let them know like about your annual feeding the homeless and getting together with the community.
Well, it kind of started. Me and Rich were talking when we, really got connected there, and the homeless community was just kind of getting really large, and we were like, we wanted to do something. We wanted to do something with the kids. We wanted to do something that was grassroots. We weren't any of us in a position with all our businesses that are going on to really start 501 or anything like that at that point. So we just did a grassroots thing. We just started calling of all of our friends and said, hey, as a family, donate $20, $20 here, $20 there, and it would add up. We'd get it into $1,000 or so. We'd go buy food, and literally we'd go out and feed 300 or 400 people. And it just turned into one of those things everybody looks forward to every year, but it literally starts with a $20 donation. So you have to have people that that are willing to donate. It's a small donation, but not everybody has it. But they have to trust that you're doing right with it. So we're transparent. Donate, come out with us, build it with us, go deliver it yourself, and you'll be amazed how good you feel at the end of the day.
And just on that too, like Jason makes it so easy to do these events the way he plans it out. I mean, it's real easy where we get people that are there, and it's literally we can knock this out within a short time. It doesn't take like a whole day kind of thing for us. It's so organized that we go in, set up, build, and we're out. You know what I mean? So he's made it real easy for us to do this, and makes it where a lot of people want to come back around and do it again. So that's how we build with our fan base and our community and our family. So there you go.
It gets bigger and better every year. Shout out to all our volunteers.
Yep.
It don't happen without you guys.
Why
And
don't you tell them when we're doing it?
Yeah, we got a picture back here. This is like the first annual,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of pictures like on Facebook all around, just showing, you know, what they do and how they get out there and serve our community. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just seen the
No
picture
worries,
pop
no
up
worries,
and
no
I was like,
worries.
ah, here we are.
So we're doing the build that we're doing now. We're collecting until the middle of this week, and we're gonna build on Saturday, the 30th.
Yeah.
The 30th. We're gonna do it at Justin. Justin Martinez is one of the horsemen.
Yeah.
He's
Colorado Glass and Mirror.
What's up? Colorado Glass and Mirror. We're gonna build it at his shop. So we're still accepting donations, and we're asking for anybody that donates to come down and volunteer and you know, really be a part of this whole thing. It's we like to have kids there so they could really understand, you know, how blessed they are.
Yeah, and guys, the first time I went out to this event, like, it was so organized. I was amazed. You know, I grew up doing like a lot of stuff, going out there, helping out, and let me tell you, a lot of times it's not put together and you get frustrated and you're like, all right, like, what's happening, what's going on? But I showed up, and the first time I showed up, it was at Toppy's, at Monkey Fist.
Yeah.
Monkey Fist tattoos.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like, they had this big old, I don't know what you call it. To me, it was just a big old bowl.
Yeah.
This big
That's
old
how we
bowl,
get
right?
started.
I mean, I was like, you could bring that to my house afterwards.
Yeah, we did breakfast burritos that time.
Yes, and I mean, just the assembly line and just seeing everybody from, like, the oldest people to the youngest little kids. I think the youngest that were there, like 5, 6 years old, and just really seeing this community coming together. I mean, you just seen the line, like, these guys just had the line straight up. And like they said, like, I remember I was like, man, I want to be a part of it. I just don't have money at this time. And these guys just welcomed me with open arms. They're like, no, just come anyway. Like, come help out. Like, just, you know, help us. Like, that's all we need you is there. Like, that you guys care, that you care. And I mean, I showed up, these guys just welcomed me, and it was such an experience, you know, because I know a lot of times we think like, I want to help, but financially I don't have the money right now. And that was my thought when I first met them. And you know, I went there and I felt kind of bad because I was like, I don't, you know, I'm financially struggling right now. And I just went there, and just this whole group of guys, this whole group of family, like, they just welcome you guys. And just to experience that and get to be a part of it, you can still be a part of it. You know, the more volunteers, the better. And let me tell you that when you get out there and you give food to these people, and even just putting your heart in donating and putting your heart in the assembly line, wherever you're at, like, you'll be changed forever, because it just is a real eye-opening experience, and it humbles you, and it just makes you so grateful for what we have and what we take for granted, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly the feeling. Like, you get a run on the head right there. That's exactly what we look for.
I think it shows that, you know, you don't have to be part of a big non-profit, or you don't have to be part of a big corporation. I think if you have a good group of friends, family that can get together, even if you're not doing things on a super huge scale, you can still do powerful things with you know, grassroots effort with a good group of friends.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you guys hit it on the head right there. It's very humbling. It's a great experience. After we're done feeding the homeless, we just hang out and enjoy each other's company, and yeah, it's a great time.
Yeah. This guy actually gave his shirt off his back
There's
to
pictures.
somebody. I
of
think
it
there's a
on the-
picture that's going through, you know,
Yeah, there's
to
some pictures.
somebody
going
in need,
around.
you know. I mean, like, the hearts that these guys have too, and the people that are doing this, it's just overwhelming. I mean, we've got a tremendous support group that help us. So without them, this doesn't happen. So we thank all them also.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, it honestly, it's leading by example, and you guys are out there. Like, I see you guys. I mean, I don't know if people tell you, but I appreciate you guys. I see what goes on behind the scenes, and I see what happens, how much you guys put your heart into everything, not just feeding the homeless, but your music and the tailgate, and just really reaching your community. And so tell me a little bit more about that. Like, where'd your guys' hearts come from? Let the audience know who you are, because, you know, we know your sounds by Sanchez. We know you're the
Yeah.
Horsemen. You know, we got Monkey Fist. We got Justin. Justin, shout out. I know you couldn't be here today, but
Okay.
shout out to you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all that you do in our community as well. But let the audience know a little bit about you, so, you know. they might not know who you are.
I think as a whole, we're kind of all the same guys. We're all kind of this,
respect.
respect, family. Pretty much everybody part of our group is married, and they've been married for a long time. We love our family. We love our kids. All of our kids are involved. All of our kids either call each other uncles or family of some sort. We celebrate our kids' accomplishments, birthdays together. It's more of a family than anything, and we just have a good time.
Yeah, even some of the conversations when we first, met Jay and Joe was exactly where his heart was. What we were trying to do in the future, and it leads up to this, and it's exactly the path that we started, we stayed on.
And so, are you all, for the audience, Colorado natives? Where are you from?
Yeah, buddy.
Colorado. Yeah.
I grew up in the south side of Denver.
I grew up about 7 blocks away from the stadium, so.
So it's in
my
his
heart.
blood.
You're
It's
probably
in his
born
blood.
in the stadium.
So you hear the good cheers and the bad cheers.
Yeah, that threw him off. He ain't going nowhere.
If you don't know who their favorite team is, then
Right.
Exactly. He's got a tattoo. Why don't you show him the tattoo, Rich?
All the horsemen have that.
Yes.
That's earned. It's not given away. So there's a lot of people that want that, but like I said,
That's Toppy's
that's
design.
earned. Yeah, it's Toppy design.
Fabio,
Toppy
there you
design
go.
right there.
Monkey fist tattoo.
So tell me about that, because I know the Horsemen, but I know a lot of people are like, what is the tattoo? How do you get initiated?
So I'll start. So when my dad started, they always tailgated. They always parked right by the front door. That's where I grew up, and he was there always as soon as the gates opened. So that's how I grew up. I went to every single game since I was 5 years old. Missed one game in that whole time. So my dad took me to the games that were Blizzard. He would just bundle me up, and I had to go. So building off of that, I know when it was passed on to me, and I knew I was a diehard fan, and he knew I was. I had to step it up a notch. So we had the tailgating machine that would be there. We had the drinks, we had the food, we brought the DJ. So and it just all the juggernaut. So it just all leads up to that. Just what we do.
Why don't you give a shout out to the Horsemen too, Pat?
Yeah, shout out to all the Horsemen.
McGee,
'Cause without
Jeff,
this doesn't function without them. But like I said, getting that stamp, it's work to get in. You're at the tailgate, you're at the community events, and it's like you're pretty much getting your membership in this for life. So once you get, stamped with the Horsemen, this is a lifetime commitment. So we just make sure everybody's on the same page and we're all good people. So like I said, to get that is just not something you can just get off the internet and go tat it up and be like, I'm a Horseman. It doesn't work that way. It's like you got to show the work, because like I said, most of these guys behind the scenes, they put a lot of work, and it's a lot stressful because they're the ones that plan everything. And the work that they put into this, I'm so proud that they're part of my brothers, and like these guys. None of this happens with just me. It happens with everybody. Like everyone says, this is my tailgate. It's not my tailgate. It's our tailgate. Even if you're a Bronco fan, you come and, you party with us, you tailgate with us, you're part of that. You're part of that. So that's not my tailgate. It's our tailgate. So like I said, anybody that contributes and donates, they're all part of this. It's not just me. We all carry everyone together. So that's why I think we have a huge support group with this. So, but it's very difficult to get this, and like I said, we're on it behind the scenes. Like I yell at these guys more than behind the scenes that we didn't even know. They yell at me, so it's one big happy family of brothers and sisters. So even my wife has the tattoo. So like I said,
shout out
to Joe.
Yeah.
And
she's
my
on
son.
the screen going across there too.
So my son, he's next in line. He goes to all the games too. So he knows what's in store. Like
Juge.
I told him he's got to pick it up. Yeah, he's got to take it up another notch like I did. So pretty soon you'll be seeing some guest features by some artists out there or something. Who knows, But
always
get some
something.
Broncos out there.
Yeah,
always something going on.
And this last game, we had 3 Bronco families that came and tailgated with us. We had Dalton Reisner, his family came, and he met all his family right by the tailgate there. We had Deontay Spencer, his family was out there. Cream Jackson, his family came out there. Yeah, so
TJ Ward's golf tournaments.
Yeah, you guys just do the golf tournaments and everything. Like
Toppy still has an annual golf tournament.
Yeah.
Fed Monkey.
Yeah.
Golf tournament for the Boys and Girls Club.
We've been doing it
at Fox Hollow.
Fox Hollow. Yep. So check into that golf tournament. It's fun.
Great time.
We DJ it. It's always at a good golf course. Fun times. There's usually a Bronco or two that plays in the tournament.
Yeah.
So
He's got a great relationship with a lot of the current Broncos and past Broncos. Like I said,
TJ played 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's the Bronco tattoo artist for the Broncos. So pretty much. So
yeah. And we got his pictures rolling on there. So if you don't know who Toppy is,
You gotta get with
Tops
it.
or Tavio, OG.
Yeah.
He goes by many aliases.
He's a humble guy. Like, he won't put his stuff out there. I mean, it was hard
Yeah.
finding stuff because he's very humble on like what he does. This monkey fist
there's Monkey
tattoo,
Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right
that's been
there.
upgraded
Yeah.
since then.
Like he would say, he's not the best, but he's definitely the top 5.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely in the top,
Yeah.
and you know he's such a humble guy too. And you know, like I said, it was hard finding stuff. I'm like, this guy doesn't post nothing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
but in essence, it's like, you know, he's doing a lot, because I always say, you know, those people who are on top of their game and always,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even those who are on top of their game, but that just goes to show that he's doing a lot and he's constantly busy and
Mhm.
constantly
Yeah.
out there. He needs to get himself an assistant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I tell him.
yeah.
To post his social
Yeah.
media stuff.
He drives me crazy because this
Yeah, I
guy.
don't want that job.
He drives me
I even
crazy.
tell myself that sometimes. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I need somebody.
Yeah.
Schedule them all at the same time.
Right.
Just post.
Yeah.
So, how many people have the Horsemen
I
stamp?
think we're at 18 right now. We have about 11 that are really active, that are
Only
in
one
the decision.
female.
Yeah,
Only
one
one
female.
female.
Jolene,
Yeah.
Jolene.
So, but yeah, so I mean, they have it, but the ones that are really active, like I said, that's why it's a little harder to get that tattoo.
Yeah.
So we make sure people are involved still with what we do. So, I mean, once you have it, you're still part of the family. So
Yeah.
So just making sure we get everybody involved.
And it's fun what we do. You know, it's not hard to find a lot of
Yeah,
people
we
that
got
want to be
great
part
friends,
of it.
great
you know.
company.
Yeah.
We have a
Great
great
music.
time. Great
Yeah.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, like, every time I'm out there at the games, too, even if I don't go to the games, like, sometimes I'll just show up, because I'm like, I'm going to go hang out with my fam.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
give
A
some
lot of
shout-outs
people do that,
to
yeah.
the DJs who've been,
Oh, yeah,
able
yeah.
out there.
So I mean, like, we have an army full of DJs. You know, we started DJ Ripham. We got the Sanchez boys. We have Who Rocks, Blaze Wonder, Symes Carter. You know, DJ Ricky Rick. So I mean, we got quite a few that are talented
Oh, yeah.
DJs.
Lot of love.
Sci-fi. You know, I mean, they're
Yeah.
most of these DJs and club DJs that are out there now. They've all, you know, had a spin or two at the tailgate, if not, you know, a longer roll on it. So.
And everybody loves it too.
That's a
Everybody
heartbeat. It's a
talks.
heartbeat of the tailgate.
It's the
you
best
know, that's
gig.
what I was telling you. You're the heartbeat of that tailgate. So
Yeah, I know. It was like one of the preseason games, and I had brought out a group of friends. I'm like, oh, we gotta go meet my fam. I was
Yeah.
like, they're out there. It's like, that's the first place I said. Every time people ask me, they're like, where do we go for the Broncos? And I'm like, no need to tell them.
Yeah.
Just go to the Horsemen.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Horsemen are there for
you don't even need to visit all the other
I
ones.
think a lot
Free
of
practice.
people are going to the game to just go to the tailgate this
a
year.
lot,
Yeah.
yeah. And a lot go to the tailgate that
Yeah.
don't have tickets and end up getting
They'll
tickets.
make-
Or
make a
if
day
somebody
out of
around
it.
the tailgate has an extra ticket, they'll be like, I have an extra ticket. You want to go? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've done
Spot.
that before. I'm like, I had an
Yeah.
extra ticket. I'm like, hey, you want to go in?
Yeah.
Like, let's
So-
go. Like, enjoy the game. And speaking of the tailgate, I mentioned a little bit earlier, but they have, you know, these guys do so much. Like, they provide the food, and you know, they have the drinks and everything out there. Like, it ain't cheap, guys. Let me tell you. Anybody who's thrown a party, and I'm sure that's everybody. No matter if it's a kids party, adult party, just a party, just to throw a party. Like, you know, food and drinks and everything ain't cheap. And, you know, they've been running for a long time. And these guys, like I said, they're very humble guys, and they do everything on their own. And this year was something different. You did the little cards.
yeah.
They have membership cards. So if you get out there, you notice they have the drinks and food and everything. You can, if you're at the games all the time, get it. It's worth it. Like, get this card. You want to get it. I don't know if one of you have the card with you, maybe.
I don't know. I can look and see.
But if not, if you're like me and hit single games, there's even these single membership cards,
Yeah.
and you could just get it for the one time. And let me
course
tell
I
you,
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
it's good.
this right here, guys. I don't know if you could see it. This is the card right here. But even
So, I mean,
$10, guys, for the day card. Like, you
That's
can't
food and
even get a
drinks.
drink inside the stadium for $10, and these guys
Exactly.
are giving you drinks, food,
Yeah.
everything.
So
Like, just go there even after church, whatever. Go
Yeah.
get you
Yeah.
some
Go
food.
eat.
Go eat.
So that card gets you a +1. So I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So I didn't
that's
know
like,
it was
yeah,
a
it's a
plus one.
+1. So I mean, basically,
That's
it's like
$5.
it's like a $6 donation to the tailgate. I mean, shout out to Justin and Chantel. They're the ones that cook most of the food. But like I said, they're there Thursday through game day. Shout out to John and Tyrus too. They jump into their Horsemen. You know, they switch off on the food. But like I said, it's a hard part. Like Thursday, they're getting at it with the food menu and then still cooking up till Sunday morning. So I mean, it helps that out a lot. You know, so I mean, just getting everything together, and because I mean, if we invited everybody, like had that whole half of the parking lot would eat. You know.
Yes.
So that's why we have the membership kind of cards, just to kind of regulate it there, just to make sure.
And it's good because again, it's like you guys are the ones like putting in the work, and these guys are doing that. And not that you accept anything in return, because they don't. Like these guys, again, like I cannot stress how humble these guys are. So they never ask for anything in return. Like, you know, I know Jason, I'm like, hey, I need like $50. Like, he gave it to me. right now? No. On the spot? No. But, I mean, he does it out of his heart. And, I mean, these guys never ask for anything in return. Like, that's how you know you have such a great group. And, like, I just want to highlight you guys so much. And
we appreciate
you're probably like, what the heck? Well,
we want to say that we're very proud of you too.
Yeah.
Everything that we see, you know, leading up to even this, you know,
yeah.
We've seen you before you got here, and it's wonderful what you do.
Yeah,
and your spiritual path. It's beautiful to see.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. But these guys are just so humble, and like they're just so great. Like I cannot stress enough how wonderful they are. And you know, I don't know how much people tell you guys or who tells you, but I'm gonna get emotional, guys. Like, I'm an emotional person. But I just want to say I want to thank you guys personally for all that you do. I'm not gonna cry. I'm gonna hold it in.
Well, you're part of us too.
You're part of that too.
You're part of us too.
You guys do so much for everybody, not just our community. And you know, these guys don't go out there and put it for show, and they don't need to, because it comes from their heart. And that's why I just want to highlight them so much and get you guys involved in everything that they're doing. I'm gonna pin it where you guys can get a hold of them and the location, or if anybody from the Horseman family is watching right now, if you could pin it in the comments for Justin's shop. Yep. And where they can come for the actual event.
And we've got other things going on. So we've got things in the works. We're hoping to adopt a family for Christmas. We think we've got a good candidate. We don't want to release any information until we've talked to the parent and things like that. But it's definitely a child that's doing well, a mother that's struggling and fighting to, you know, really take care of her child in the right way. And I think it'd be nice to bless them maybe with a trip or something. She's a single mom. But that's what we're looking to try to do for Christmas. So this isn't the last opportunity if people want to get involved and help. And like I say, there's total transparency. We would want everybody to meet the people that we help so that they can really understand and appreciate what they're doing.
And this is back here, I don't know if you guys seen that pass through the screen really quick, but everybody gets out there. I mean, you have kids, teenagers, just everybody from the youngest to the oldest. And, you know, they just get out there, and they have such good hearts. And again, the reason why, like, I want to highlight them so much, and I know they're just so humble about everything, is because they don't go out there for show, and they're just doing so much in our community. And not with just, you know, helping feed the homeless, which is this annual drive that goes on all the time, and other things that they do, but they are out there and they're giving their all. And again, guys, if you know anything, I mean, we all know what it takes to put stuff together and how hard it is. I know, like, in ministry, I'm like, whoa, like, you know, just everything starts adding up, and you're just, you know, oh man, like, and so I know how much work you guys do and how much you put in. And from my heart, I just want to say thank you guys so much for pouring into not only our young people, into our community, into those that are in need, but just thank you for being who you are and the light that you guys shine. And maybe people don't tell you often enough, but I want to tell you that I appreciate you guys, and I'm just so blessed to have you guys in my life and knowing you and just what you guys bring to the table. And these guys are just awesome.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
and we
That's awesome.
appreciate you giving us this
Yeah.
platform to get our
Yes,
name out
yes,
there.
for
and,
sure.
Yeah, so talk to these guys. What's going on with the Broncos?
I know, right?
That's a good question.
Well, they've been playing
Where do
better.
we begin?
Yeah.
They've been playing better.
Hey, that first half last week was pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, like I said, we go to the game win or lose. It's
Yeah.
just hard. Like when they lose, the diehards are there. The other ones fall off. So I mean, you get a lot of mixed fans in there. So it's real hard to go through those seasons. Like the Broncos, they play, but they don't know what it's like. They say you don't know what it's like to be a player. You don't know what it's like to be a fan, a diehard. Because
Yeah.
we got to put up with all that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But
Yeah. And
And then
so
the
it's a
losing,
whole
it's like-
Horsemen in the South Stands, right?
Most of
almost
them,
most
yeah,
of you
almost
guys
most
are
of
in
them,
the
yeah.
South Stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, like I said, shout out to Pat too. Like the Juggernaut,
Yeah.
he worked his butt off to get that machine going back for us. So I mean, that's a big part of what
Tell them
we
what
do
the
too.
Juggernaut is.
So the Juggernaut's our bus. It's our tailgating machine. You know, it's wrapped. It's got the Horseman logo all over it. You know,
Tons of
that's
pictures
just
of all the good
yeah.
times.
We use that to
Inside
go out
and
to the
out.
community. You know, like I said, we have a good relationship with the Broncos organization. They did a little trick or treat thing at the stadium where they
Yes.
involved the Juggernaut. You know, actually as part of their little Halloween trick or treat thing that they did. So you know, but like I said, behind the scenes, you know, that guy Pat, he's our other horseman. He's worked his butt off to get that thing there for like almost a year and a half. So I mean, shout out to him. You
Yeah,
know, and
shout
our
out.
other horsemen, Eddie, Jeff, you know, Hoser, all these guys. So
So Horsemen, where is the Horseman family right now? Tune in. If
Yeah.
you're tuning
Yeah.
in, we want to hear from you. Comment below. I can see your comments coming in. Give it a like, give it a share. I mean, you are part of the Horseman family. So shout out to you guys as well. And yes, and I know even when I'm out there, and Lenny, shout out
Oh,
to
yeah,
Lenny.
Lenny. Can't
forget
Lenny.
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 Lenny. Keep Lenny one out there.
If you don't know Lenny, you better know Lenny.
You
know Lenny.
You'll know him soon, though.
You know Lenny.
You know him
No,
soon.
now you know.
He's gonna put us
Yeah.
all on
You've
the
been
meme
warned.
version. But shout out to Lenny, man.
Love
Like
Lenny.
this guy's got a good heart. I mean,
Pretty good at
His
pool
whole
too.
family.
Shout out to all my horsemen. You know, I
Yeah.
probably forgot a couple, but you know I love you.
there's a lot of them out
Yeah.
there, and let me tell you, these horsemen, man. Anytime I go down there, even when you guys are busy, like they're all like, "Hey, what's up? Like, what's going on? Welcome me," and I'm like, "Hey, okay."
Yeah.
I'm
With
here.
open arms, yeah.
So what else is going on with you guys? What's new? What's happening?
Well, Sounds by Sanchez have been playing the bar at the 38th Plaza off of 38th and Lowell.
Ooh, on Thursday nights, right?
Thursday nights. We're going to be there Thanksgiving Eve next Wednesday.
Wednesday. That's going to be a good time.
That's gonna be really good.
We did the
Yeah.
grand opening last Saturday.
So it's a new bar. A friend of ours, Gene Lucero.
Shout out, Gene.
Yeah, he just built this. He just opened the bar last week, and so he did a soft opening on Wednesday. And we're kind of filling in. He's got a kind of different format. He's gonna have bands in there. They're still trying to figure out what they want to do karaoke. So we're kind of trying to fill in and just kind of put the word out there. It's a beautiful bar.
Great
It's
bar,
it's
great
brand new
drinks.
build. Great drinks. It's
Yeah,
right there.
a coffee
Highlands,
bar.
Tennyson, Northside,
It's on the
whatever you
north
want to
side.
call
Yeah,
it.
it's on
you
the
know,
north
The
side.
north
the
side.
north
North
side. Anybody in the, or from the north knows where 38's at, right?
Yeah.
The north
38th
side.
and Lowell.
North side.
That's right.
Get it right.
So we'll be there Wednesday. No one's got to work Thursday, and if you do, God bless you. Sorry. Happy Thanksgiving. But still come out Wednesday.
Yeah, you got with coffee and some ice cream. They got that there too.
Ooh, ice cream.
You don't know what kind
Yeah.
of flavors. I mean, they
Oh,
surprised
man.
me. I walked in there yesterday. I was like, whoa.
It's
Got
like
some
a
nice
scroll.
flavors over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So I think that's the
Caramel apple, I was like,
Milky
what?
Way.
Yeah,
Milky Way
Milky
ice
Way.
cream is there,
Ooh,
and it's supposed to be
Milky
real
Way.
good.
Yeah.
They got like a little kiosk right there by the bar. They stay open till about 10 o'clock. 9:30.
Yeah, depending on the night. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
But it's a cool place to hang out, and they got really good DJs.
Yeah.
They got some of the amazing DJs out there. And shout out to Gene Lucero. Congratulations
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
Congrats, baby.
We're going to have to come out and
Lucero
visit you.
Financial.
So that's amazing. You guys
Yes.
landed that gig. And these guys are
Yeah.
all out there everywhere.
You might have to do a remote from there.
I
Yeah,
have
I'm gonna
to.
do a live broadcast down there.
I'll be
Yeah,
there.
see?
In the
I'll be
booth.
there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
give me ice cream, Gene.
Yeah,
You give me ice
Gene.
cream, and I'm there. I mean, like a sample
Not
of
the
all
small
of them.
cone either.
And
That's
I'm
right.
there. Hey Erica, thank you for tuning in and watching with us today. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of the KUHS fans. Thank you guys for tuning in and just sharing your hour with us, and we appreciate you, and I just want to let you know.
I want to give a shout out to my boy DJ Big Mo.
Yeah,
Think,
what up, Mo?
Mo plays here on
Yes.
Wednesdays?
Wednesday nights.
I'm gonna go.
We'll find out
Those
about
couple-
that.
Yeah,
Big
But
Mo.
Mo does.
yeah. What up, Mo?
Yeah, he's,
Love you, buddy.
He's always been one of our confidants. And,
Yeah.
our boy, so big shout out to Mo.
So what else is going on with you, Rich?
Just the same old stuff, you know, because I work for the Veterans Affairs Medical Center, so, you know, on my work day, you know, we take care of the veterans over there too, so
Yeah.
try to
Amen.
and do some involvement with the homeless veterans also, so I mean, part of the VA stuff, so we're really involved with that part too right now, so I mean, it's a couple things that we have going on, but just pretty much same old, just running the Bronco stuff, trying to organize events, you know, and make sure everything runs smooth.
Now, if anybody wants to donate or help you guys out, where can they go, or who can they contact? Do you have a main form of contact, or?
So they can pretty much reach out to the Horsemen tailgate at Mile High on Facebook. If you message us there, I'm one of the owners of that group too. We can send our Venmo, Cash App, whichever way is easier for them. If we have to go pick it up, whichever way's easier for them if they want to donate. So.
And so for your community event next week, if people want to participate, I think you said you didn't have a time yet, or?
Well, I think we could set a time. I know we want to do about 3 o'clock.
2 to 3, something like that.
We want to
2
do
3
something
o'clock.
before it gets dark.
So if they want to help out, can they just show up, or how does that work?
Sure. I would say, like you said, get in touch with us just so we can put together a volunteer list, who's going to be doing what, kind of get an idea of how many people we have. But we would always encourage anybody to get involved, come check it out, come be part of the family. You'll want to come back.
Experience.
You want to invite your best friend and your cousin, and
Bring everybody.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
I mean, we have little kids that are donating money that they want to be
Right.
part of this.
Yeah.
So shout out to Avi.
Yeah.
She's right away want to make sure she threw in her
What up, Avi?
Amen.
her
Aw.
donation to do that, and I mean,
Yes.
she's been part of it too. You know, with our family, with Lynn and Ken. So
Yes.
once they get involved, I mean, they love it. Where they want to come back, then they bring their friends. It just gets bigger and bigger.
Well, and it turns into a way that you're raised, and then they start doing it naturally. It's kind of like who you are, who you
Yeah.
become,
Yeah.
and who
Gotta
you're going to be.
build
you know.
character.
We got to instill that manners to these kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
nowadays, some people don't have manners. Just
Give 'em
blows
something-
me
Straight up.
away. You know,
Let me
Yeah.
tell you.
blows me away.
For real.
Gives them something to do other than on the phone all
Yeah.
day. you know.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into
Yeah, I
this.
know,
right?
right?
You don't have a
Yeah.
phone box, you drop the phone in the box.
Yeah.
You build some sound.
Yeah, that's right.
Here you go. Move that. So what do you guys have going on in the future? Like, what's happening? What do you guys see?
We're gonna do a coat drive, right?
Well, we're doing a few
Pastor
things.
Glenn.
So we're doing something with New Hope Ministries. It's the central one. Pastor Glenn and Joey. Shout out to them.
Shout out, man. Yeah.
We've worked with them before. They
Yes,
do
yes.
they do
Hope for My
concerts.
City,
Hope for My
yeah.
City. We had you down for that. We DJ'd that event. It was like 5 or 6 artists, Christian rap artists. Big concert. We did a few years of that. But he's going to be having a big coat drive coming up in a couple weeks. He wants to get in touch with you so he could let everybody know about that. We're also doing a thing with SBM DTU. They're the oldest nonprofit Hispanic organization in Colorado.
So what is that, just for the viewers out there if they don't know what
Okay,
that is?
so it's an organization. A friend of a lot of our friends are involved with it. But what we're doing right now, once again, it's like a grassroots thing. What they're doing this time of year, they try to make 130 boxes, dinner meals. So we'll
Okay.
have a turkey, ham, potatoes. I mean,
stuff to make a
it's
pie
a
and
40-pound box.
And what is the acronym for people that don't know
I
what that
have
is?
it written down. It's a long one.
It's quite the acronym.
And, yes, I will get back to you on that.
Okay. Momentarily.
But so what we
Please
do
hold.
is we get together, and once again, it's a nonprofit, so you could tax exempt all that if you donate. But we're going to be doing a few things at some local restaurant bars where we get together. We'll DJ. Sharon Vigil, shout out to her, and Antonio, Barb. They're all part
What up,
of
Bob?
that. But once again, you get a hold of us. So you just go down there, enjoy the music. People donate. What was it, like 20, 25 bucks? Is
25
what we
bucks.
did last
Yeah.
year.
Mhm.
And they just collect all that. They get corporate sponsors too. But like I said, we make 130 boxes. And so that's a fun thing we do every year.
That's a
That's
huge
awesome.
They also do the presents too, right?
And then they do
SPM,
presents, yeah.
kids.
So every family, certain families will put their names in, let them know the ages and that of their families, and they'll make sure that the whole family gets gifts. They have golf tournaments every year. We've DJ'd their golf tournaments, SPM, DTU, for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Another one, Latina Safe House. We DJ all their golf tournaments.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, they're a nonprofit. They got so they take care of domestic violence, women that have encountered that type of stuff. They make sure they're safe, have legal fees, protected. It's a very, very powerful organization. We're very proud to be part of it. We've been DJing their golf tournaments for about 3 or 4 years too.
Yeah, and shout out to their organization. I mean, I personally don't know the owner or the person who's involved, but I mean, I see what they do, and I talked about this a couple weeks back in October for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And you know, being a survivor, there's a lot of resources out here in Colorado that people don't know about, and they are one of the amazing resources that you can reach out to. And that organization, man, like, they've been around forever, and I can't tell you how much they help women, men like us who have been in domestic violence. And so shout out to them and everything that they do. So they're amazing. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
And look them up, get involved. You know, a lot of these things, we just do what we can. We're not really the right people to represent them. So I say, do your research, look them up, give them a call. I'm sure they would love anybody to be involved.
And so with your music, where can people go to reach you guys at? Guys, these guys bring a party. Like, I just want them to get right here and be like,
We almost brought the equipment.
I wouldn't have mine. I would have been like, bust it out right now.
Wherever they go, they got it.
So he's gonna bring his cardboard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my fake boombox.
Adidas.
Yeah, we have a page on Facebook, Sounds by Sanchez. You could get a hold of us there, and we like to put our stuff out there on that page.
We mostly do corporate events, weddings, private celebrations, but you know, we'll.
What are some crazy DJ stories you guys have?
Man.
Like, what
Well, you
has
know,
happened?
you can't say them on the air.
We used to end
You
with
took
Hit the Road Jack.
Come on, we want the juicy
Well,
stuff.
okay, yeah, well, that's a kid-friendly one.
That's a kid-friendly
We like to always end the night with "Hit the Road Jack" by
By Ray Charles, the one and only. Shout
And
out
we
Ray
always
Charles.
get that look like, really? Kicking us out of this thing?
Yeah.
Is
A
that
lot
how
of
you
people,
kick people
laugh
out?
and enjoy it, and some don't like it as much.
Yeah.
So we don't play that one to end the night no more.
So I'm gonna have to find that song, you know.
Yeah, right.
Hey guys. Cute.
I would have to say our craziest experience, and they all come from the same place, would probably be at the Horsemen tailgates. You know, 'cause
Yeah,
you
hotel.
Yeah, we were rocking Pueblo.
Yeah, so we
Appreciation
were.
Day.
Pueblo.
Yeah.
So the
Big
Denver
town
Broncos
Pueblo,
are
right?
putting the Horsemen on in Pueblo. We're doing this thing annually where we were doing
It's a fan
Fan
appreciation.
Yeah, the fan
Day.
appreciations.
And,
Yeah.
Raffles
But you know, at the
gifts.
tailgate, we'd start down there 7, 8 o'clock sometimes, and
After
you
DJing
know,
a wedding till midnight,
Yeah.
wake up and tailgate. It's the way to do it.
and you turn the music up loud, you forget that it's 7 in the morning, and
And then you just your
And
hand
then all of a sudden it
gravitates
feels
to
like
a beer and
then it feels like 10 o'clock at night.
yeah.
What is the one thing as DJs that people do, like the same song, you know? Like,
I mean,
what is that
The-
one song that
it's all in
everybody's
the
asking
memes.
for right
It's all the
now?
same memes. Like, what do you have? What do you have in your computer? Like, I'm gonna show you 5,000 songs. Pick
Yeah.
what you want.
Give me a genre so that
Yeah. Can you charge my phone?
You gotta break down like the rules that
Yeah.
you're not gonna ask a DJ.
you gotta get a roll
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
board.
Name one of those rules. I need
Yeah.
one of those rules because
Well-
I've probably been that person that's like, hey, can you
Yeah.
play Despacito?
Yeah.
Or like
So the
when they
last
want-
wedding we did, we just got started. In weddings, you know, there's ceremonial where you do dances, this and that. And so we had just played like a song that was away from a dance, and this guy comes up, and it's like we're about an hour into the set. This guy
Yeah.
comes up, he's like, "Can you play the Cupid Shuffle?"
And it's early. It's
He's like,
not
"We got to
even-
get these girls
We didn't even
dancing."
have the lights off yet. And
So we always give any guy that comes up and asks for the Cupid Shuffle, we just give him a hard time.
Give him a real hard
naturally. So
we did play it, but
What about the tailgate? What's one of the craziest stories you have? What has happened? I'm sure a lot has happened.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But what stands out to you?
We've had other fans try to walk through the tailgate, you know.
Yeah,
disrupt
then we
it.
gotta play our Bronco music.
Yeah,
and
then you gotta
let
put
them
the
know.
whole human fence, you know, around the
Yeah.
tailgate. Like,
Raider
you
Day is
can't break
always
the
fun.
circle, you know.
Yeah, Raiders Sundays are
Yeah.
a blast.
I mean, if you're on the other team, you come in, you just walk in, you're cool. But you come in waving a flag,
Yeah,
the wall of human
show some
people go
love. Don't
around,
bring
like
your
I said,
flag
you
if you're not a
ain't
Bronco fan.
When the Chiefs come in, when their bus drives in,
Yeah.
it's always fun.
We don't wave at the Chiefs. All the other teams.
Well, you're waving a
Yeah.
finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or two.
I know I used to have this thing going on with one of these teachers when I used to teach, and he was a Chiefs fan, right? And we'd always go at it. And I remember I refilled his whole classroom with Bronco balloons,
No,
made
yeah,
like a
that's what I'm
dead
talking
person
about.
on the floor,
Yeah.
everything. Like I was like, man, he came in that Monday morning and opened his classroom door and all these balloons, like everything was
Just turned
falling
around
out.
and left that.
But this is the kicker, right?
You flunked
So-
class.
So then we would always go back and forth. And one day when I used to work the Bronco games and get out there, one day I went to the game and I was like all decked out, Bronco gear, right? And people are looking at me crazy. I'm like, what is people's problems? Like, why are they staring at me all crazy? I'm a Bronco fan like you.
Yeah.
Go work the game, do the food, drive home. And this is a Chiefs game, right? Drive home. The next morning I wake up and my son Nikolai is like, Mom, your friend got you good. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, you don't know. And I'm like, what? And he's like, runs outside, comes back in. I have a Chiefs plate on my car.
Oh, no.
So here I am rolling to the Broncos
man.
game, all Broncos gear, and have a
Wow.
Chiefs
Wow.
Chiefs thing on my car. And
That's
man,
a little too far. That's
Yeah.
crossing
Yeah,
the
that's
line.
a
crossing
good
the
one,
line.
too.
Yeah.
that was a good one though.
Yeah.
But see, I'm
People
gonna
come on
visit
missing.
Portland. And I'm gonna come back for you.
Yeah.
It ain't over. I got the Horsemen. We're
Bring the
all gonna
stickers,
fly
the
out
Portland,
there.
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Joel, we're coming for you.
Joel.
So I mean, it's fun, but I always love how you can have fun with other fans, right?
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
I mean, what are some the good things that you do, like the good camaraderie? Because
I think
I mean,
Lenny's
not
a
all
good
fans.
one.
Lenny's
Le-
definitely.
Lenny gives the opposing team
Yeah,
some
he
good-
does. Yeah, Lenny becomes real good friends with the opposing team.
Yeah.
He actually is part of a couple memes out there if you search hard enough.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, Lenny's gonna throw us on a meme. I know it.
Yeah.
I know
Lenny,
it.
Lenny is borderline
Yeah.
walking
Yeah.
meme, you
Love
know.
you, Len.
He's like
Yeah.
a walking meme.
I'm sure if you don't know who Lenny is,
You know who Lenny
Yeah.
You know
is.
I mean, I'm just gonna drop. We're gonna drop a meme down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a
you'll see.
couple.
Where
He's
you
the
at,
guy that
man?
you
Come
don't want
on.
to talk trash to because he'll make sure that he makes your day
It's
miserable.
a sport. It's a sport to him.
He's the guy where I see somebody holding up a sign that's getting on everyone's nerves. I'd be like, Lenny, go grab that sign. You know, he's that guy. He's like, got you. You know,
You gotta give him the look.
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to share? I mean, we talked about Sounds by Sanchez. We talked about the Horsemen. We got the community. I kind of want to highlight just a little bit, before we're getting ready to sign off and everything. Justin, man, Justin,
Colorado Glass and
Shout
Mirror.
out Justin.
you're amazing. So let us know a little bit. I mean, Justin couldn't be with us today. Sometimes schedules conflict, but let us know a little bit about Justin. And
So, Justin, he started his business, Colorado Glass and Mirror. So, like any custom shower, mirrors, glass, anything that's got to do with glass, he's your guy. He's your go-to. I mean, his customer service with his business, I mean, that's what makes it special. He makes sure that when he talks to you, that's the right person you want working on your house or whatever project that you have going on. So, I mean, that's why one of the reasons he's not here today, I mean, he puts it all into his customers where that guy works a lot. So, the little time that he does get off Bronco games, he's still working out there. But, I mean, with his business, it's very successful, along with Tops, OG, Ortavio. With
Yeah.
him, they're really busy, but I mean they got really successful businesses and they're on the
yes,
community.
yes.
So I mean they got huge hearts. I mean whatever we need done, like even on the 30th, we're going to Justin's shop and usually he's working. When I call him, he's like, even if he would have said it was on a Tuesday or a Monday, I'd have it free. So I mean just the heart that these guys have, it's amazing. And I mean that's why they have successful businesses because that's who the people that they are. You can tell they're genuinely want to help that person, you know, so.
Positive people.
Yeah, I'm so blessed to have these guys in my life. And like I said, those guys, I'm an only child, so like for me, these guys are my brothers. I grew up with them since I was little, and even these guys, you know. So I mean, like I keep these guys close because I don't have that brother sister thing. But these guys, like whatever they need, I'm there, and they do the same for us. So, I mean, that's why we're such a close group. So.
You know, and you guys are so close, and these guys are so humble. Again, like you guys are just the most humble people. And what is one thing? You know, we're in November, right? And we're here with, you know, attitude of gratitude, thankfulness. What is one thing that you are grateful for?
I have to say my friends and my family, you know, great
Same.
job, and we're blessed to be able to play music and touch people's, you know, make people's nights and some of the best nights of their life.
Yeah, same thing. Like these family and friends. Like this is what we do. You know, it's like the Bronco games. When it's off season, it's miserable because you're like, you don't see some of these people until you hit Bronco season. And every now and then, somebody's got to go to a game or two, and you at least get to see them at least once or twice a year, if anything.
Yeah.
You know, but it's hard. Like I said, a lot of people pass away, and then that's when you see everybody, and it's kind of hard because you just want to get everybody together before that happens.
Right.
It shouldn't be at a funeral or something like that where you see everybody. You know what I mean? So that's kind of in the works too. What we're talking about, kind of getting something together where we can just have something ongoing, where we can just have a big party. You know, people can come in and we can raise money that way too. But yet everyone's having fun, you know. So and we get to see each other. So you know that's my biggest
That's
thing.
the
Like
best thing.
you know, like you just got to get everybody together and get that bond together with everybody.
I want to say I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my wife, my soul, and I'm thankful Jesus is in my life. He gives me great
Amen.
leadership, guidance,
Yeah,
you know,
amen.
and a path to take the journey on.
And them dogs. Too.
Oh, my dogs! I got
Oh, yeah.
I got
Shout
4
out
dogs.
You better not
Juice,
forget
the
Lola,
dogs.
Juice,
Dogs.
Sugar,
What up,
Lola.
I hear them barking through the street.
Yeah. They were my babies.
They're giants. not
Anybody,
babies.
my boy Rich introduced me to Juice. That's my dog.
Yeah. And then we got a three-legged
We got a
Yorkie,
three-legged Yorkie.
Hercules.
He got in a fight with the pit bull. That's why he
Yeah.
has 3
And the
legs.
pit bull
Yeah.
died. They got in a fight.
He's
Pit
the
bulls
pit bull
dead.
slayer.
Yeah, so he's the
Yeah.
pit bull slayer. So you
Yeah.
give that guy respect and you walk in,
Yeah,
even
you
though
know,
he's
you
4
show
inches
love.
from the ground. That guy,
Yeah.
man.
But
You better
anyway,
watch
that
you better
dogs,
Watch out.
they come to my house, they're gonna get, you know, covered and slobbered, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
if you don't
it's
come in
just,
trying to wrestle those dogs, then
Yeah.
you should go there.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
They go
We
wrestle
have
you.
wrestling matches when I walk in. Uncle Rich comes in, we have wrestling
Yeah.
matches.
Yep.
I'm the one who brings the treats.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I'm
they'll
where
love
the
ya.
food's at,
Yep.
so I
Yeah.
bring the food to them.
So Melissa, tell us what you're thankful for.
Man, first of all, I'm thankful for my salvation, man, and I'm
Amen.
thankful
Yeah.
for God being first in my life. Without Him, I would be nothing. I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't be who I am today without Him, and I'm just so thankful for. I'm just thankful for a lot. Like, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my friends. I'm thankful for my church. I'm thankful for community, and I wanted to speak on that because you know, like the community you were talking about. And I can't stress that enough with everybody. Community is so important. And, you know, even sometimes when you feel isolated and you feel like, oh, I shouldn't go, like, you know, maybe I don't fit in, I don't belong. Like, community is, man, there's just nothing like it. And no matter what community you're a part of, right? You can be different parts of communities. Like I have my church community, I have my Horsemen community, I have my family community, my work community. There's so many different communities, and I can't stress enough about how much time goes by, and cherish that time. Like cherish your family, cherish your friends. Like that's what I'm grateful for. As I get older, you know, I just realize how much that time means to us, and how much, you know, I don't even have to go do something. Yeah, like,
And it goes by fast.
you know, I like even just hanging out with you guys today. I'm like so grateful for that, and it's just like, man, like I love this quality time and just being here. And you don't have to go out and do stuff. Like go to the park, go sit in a restaurant, go do something. Like that time, you're never gonna get it back. And so I'm just so grateful for a lot of things, but most of all, I'm just and my kids. Can't forget my kids.
Yeah, right.
My kids and you know
Lives
my
are
mom and
Brooklyn,
dad,
too.
and you know just for them even allowing me to do what I do, because like how you guys put a lot of sacrifice into everything and what you do, and everybody, you know, everybody out there, you put your sacrifices in there. But I gotta thank my kids and my family because they're the ones that deal with the real sacrifice. Thank you. And so I know you guys are just, again, I cannot stress enough, like these guys make me so happy. But they're so humble, so grateful, just big hearts. And you know, where does that come from? What is one nugget, like one thing that somebody has shared with you that you could share with someone else, that has impacted your life, that has made you the way you are, that you could share with
I'd
somebody
give you one
else?
example. So like we have a good friend that he's family now, that he tailgates with us. Shout out to Will. When he first came to Denver, he was walking the stadium by himself, and we just welcomed him into the tailgate. I mean, he's been with us 15 years plus, you know, and I mean, to see him one time, he was like in tears with his wife, you know, and kind of explaining what we meant to him, you know, it kind of touched me too, because we touched somebody that didn't know nobody, and yet he's family here, you know, so I mean, he's working on his stamp too, so I mean, you know, that's just what kind of people that we bring in, but that just, little things like that, you know, where you see you make a difference in somebody's life, you know, they show that, you know, how appreciative they are for you, that's genuine, you know, those are the relationships that we want around us, so that's a lot of things that, you know, one of the experiences that I've seen going around. You know.
And what is something that somebody's told you that has just impacted you and stayed with you that you could share with someone else, that like it's made that much of a difference in you, that you would want to share that with our audience?
Just our heart in general, you know, just like how given we are, you know, I mean, we're not mean, there's not one mean bone in our body, you know, I mean, so when you meet us, that's open, and I mean, I get that from my mom and dad, so I mean, just years of being raised that way, that's just one thing that, you know, even my mom and other people just say that I have a huge heart too, so I mean, whether it's tailgate or outside of the tailgate, you know, it's just who we are, you know,
Yes.
just try to be a good person in this world, because I mean, we need more good people than bad people in this world, so I mean,
Amen. Yeah.
that's what we work for.
I was raised by my grandfather, an old man, very conservative, old school thinking, and it was always get up early, do a hard day's work, do what you say what you mean.
Yeah.
You know, love strong, be faithful to your wife. You know, and
Yeah.
if you do those things, you know, you usually surround yourself with positive people, and just things will work out.
Amen.
Yeah.
You know, this is my pops right here. Lucky guy, isn't he?
Yes,
But you know, he always taught me to take pride in your work and, you know, work hard, play hard, and show love and respect. And yeah, that's, you know,
Love
all
God.
that.
And the bond that
Love
these
of
guys
God.
have, I mean, it's real tight too. 'Cause, I mean, they're kids. Yeah, it's like that. But you know, like wherever he's at, you see Joe, you know, or you see Elijah, or you see Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But you know, these guys are always together. You know, and I mean, that's what keeps a family strong, is keeping them involved with you.
Juice.
You know, yeah, Juice too.
Yeah.
My son, my wife. You know, we try to keep them all involved, and you know, and be part of this big family.
It's a
that
family
we have.
affair.
It is.
Melissa's
It
part
really
of it.
is.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
part of
what's
it.
up?
I
mean,
I
we
sneak
seen
in
that.
there.
Well, we
Yeah,
seen you at the
that's all
stadium
good.
a couple games ago. You know what I mean? And we looked at
Yeah.
her
Been there all
like, hey.
times. You've been to my
I'm
house.
like, I'm
you know.
here, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
And you're all like 10 rows behind us. You know what I
You
mean?
know,
So
it's
you're in the
always
house.
love. You're
I know.
always
I'm always like, guys, I'm here.
Yeah. If you see a seat, you know, you come down with us. You're part of that. Because we're all around there. Whether you
Yeah.
see it or not, they're all around there. The
Everywhere.
Horsemen are surrounded that
Yeah.
whole section. So.
Yeah, I mean,
They hold
these
it down.
guys, yeah, they're amazing, and they are just some of the best people, and I just can't thank you guys enough for being here today. If you haven't watched the whole show or didn't tune in or came in halfway through, you know, there's an event going on and next week, the 30th.
Next Saturday.
So next Saturday, going out, feed the homeless. These guys do so much for our community, do so much for each other, and do so much for their own community that's in their circle. And I just want to thank you guys for coming out today. I say this, I love you guys. You guys are
Love you back.
awesome.
Thanks for having us.
And
Yeah, we
uh,
appreciate
too.
you.
Yeah.
We
check
appreciate
them
it.
out, guys. They are amazing. And again, you know, don't forget, it's not just in November. You know, we speak about it all the time in November. Have an attitude of gratitude, be thankful, but we should be thankful all the time, right?
Yep,
And
Every day.
I just want to let you guys know, if no one has told you today, you have purpose, you are loved, and you belong. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this hour with us. Signing out today, your girl, KUHS Denver. Love, peace, and God bless.
Love you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Love you guys.